Welcome to the Scrap Shack. Today I came out here to go through some of these bins that I haven't looked in for, well, probably a couple years because they've been in storage, and I still just don't know, what I have, and so as I'm learning, I'm starting to sort things through. So I already sent one load of large socket motherboards to board sort, but I found several more. Both of these boxes, I don't know what that is, but I'm thinking that's some sort of telecom, high grade telecom, I'm hoping. Found a bunch of gold finger cards. Whew, I've got hair in my mouth. So these are all my empty buckets from the load that I took in, but I wanted to come out here because I'm going to take a load into my local yard, since I learned that they now are accepting e-waste, to kind of compare what's what. So I'm collecting all of my small socket motherboards, and that's also what I've been finding in the computers that I have been pulling apart. So I came out here and this is what I found. But I also found a box that said CPUs, and I was like, no way, is it really? And yes, it is. There are some nice CPUs in here. So I'll have to look these all up, and they will be going to board sort. Fun to discover things that you have that you don't know you have. All right, and then the other thing is this is just a box of, I'm assuming, low grade boards, that I've just randomly been pulling out of different electronics that I pull apart, and it's not worth it for me to ship them to board sort, so I'm going to take those into my yard as well today. It's literally going to be beer money, because I'm going to take the money I get from the scrapyard today, and we're going to a ball game tonight, and I'm going to buy a beer with it. I'm also going to take in my SATA hard drive boards, and I know that my scrapyard won't give me much for them either, but again, it's not worth it for me to ship it, so I've been just throwing stuff like low-grade boards and, I don't know, mostly just low-grade boards in with my mixed tin, which that's no good because all I get for that is 4 cents a pound right now. I think this box on the bottom is small socket motherboards. That is indeed what it is. So we'll fill this up and take this to my yard, see what we can get for it. Alrighty, I just watched a little bit of live stream of e-waste Mike, and I loaded up a little bit of e-waste. I've got my dog who's blocking the e-waste. It is a big box of small circuit motherboards. Hey, there we go. I also brought my SATA hard drive boards and low-grade boards, all stuff that's not worthwhile to take into board sort. And then also, I'm going to bring in a little box of what I would call gold finger cards. I want to see what he will call them and what he will give me for them at my local yard, because I've got quite a few of them, and I'm not sure if it's worth it to send them to board sort because they're awkward and they take up more space than their weight in the box. So I want to see, just kind of, this is just a test run. My yard is accepting e-waste again. They didn't for years. So I've sent a few shipments to Board Sort. I've been extremely satisfied with them. Anyway, I did a video about my good experience with them. But some things just aren't worth shipping to them. So that's the case with these small circuit motherboards, I think. That's what we're gonna go find out. I also have an order that I need to take to the post office, that a small $10 item I sold on eBay. And we're gonna try to stay cool. Yesterday, so I work for my local baseball stadium as a section leader. So much fun. I get paid to watch baseball. This is the first year I've done it, and I'm really loving it, except that yesterday when I pulled into work, it was 106 degrees. Fortunately, my section was in the shade, and I did just fine. But today, I'm going to the stadium as a fan. All right, here we go. Here's my yard. American Recycling. So I'm just waiting for the guy to come. They can't find him. So just a box of low-grade boards, box of SATA hard drives, box of Goldfinger cards, just to see if that's what he would call them and if that's what he will give me for them. These are some old hard drives that I could not figure out how to get them apart any further. So at least, yeah, so I wanted to see what I could get for those. That one's really heavy. And then this whole box is small circuit motherboards. All right, I'm leaving the yard. I was so pleasantly surprised with what I got there. So here's how it breaks down. The circuit boards, he called them slot cards. Those were all my Goldfinger cards. He gave me $2 a pound. And I think Board Sort, if I'm not remembering correctly, but I think it was $2.50 a pound for those. So I think that's a good, compromise for not having to ship them in. And then circuit boards, hard drives, those were the weird things that I couldn't get pulled apart because they weren't Torx, they were, I don't know, they were just weird. And that one was really heavy, so I had 15 pounds, so I got $7.50 for those. And then the other circuit boards, high grade, those were my little SATA boards, and he gave me $2.20 a pound for those. And I didn't even, I'm sure, have a pound of them. There I am. Then the motherboards, he gave me $1 a pound for the small circuit motherboards, and I got $34 for those. And I just put all of the small circuit ones together. I didn't separate out. Some of them were plastic, some of them had the little hole in the middle, and some were the whole plastic, but a lot of them were metal. I didn't separate out any of those, and he just gave me the same price for all of them. And in Board Sort, some of them would have been $1.20, some were $1.30, some were $1.50. So I think this was just for the small circuit motherboards, depending on the different kinds. So I think this was excellent to get $1 a pound for all of them and not have to ship. I mean, that would have cost a lot in shipping. And then, so there's my low grade, just the brown boards. Some of my boards were better than low grade. 8 pounds of them were, so he pulled those out. So I had 11 pounds of just the low grade boards, which normally, so I got 25 cents a pound for them. Normally I would have thrown them in with my mixed tin, which would have only given me 4 cents a pound. So, and then there's the aluminum cans that they gave me $15 for. So I was very happy with this and anxious to take in more boards to my recycler. Okay, now we are on our way to check out a free pile. It was just an ad on Craigslist and it just said free stuff. There was no description or anything, so I'm just gonna drive by, check it out, because it's kind of on the way from the scrapyard. I wanted to take my dog down to the river and get her cooled off. She does not like the water, but she likes being near the water. So here's the lamp I got out of the free pile. It's kind of pretty. Let's check it out with my magnet. Darn, darn, darn. Looks brassy. Oh, maybe that piece right there is brass. And these might be brass, but not that. So maybe those are even plastic or something. And down there. Oh, hey, that might be brass. And that. So we'll see. But the majority of it is not brass. Went to a super gross free pile today across from this house that I didn't even think anyone lived in it. It's so junky. But in the picture of the free pile, I did see that there was some pots and pans, cords. That'll have a motor in it. So I'll find some stainless steel and some aluminum, hopefully in there. A few cords, some Christmas lights, and even maybe, let's see, some brass or copper. I don't know. I haven't checked any of it with a magnet. Let's see. Nope, just mixed tin. Tin. Oop, there, that one's not sticking. That's not sticking on the bottom, but the rim is. Ooh, I didn't expect that to stick. That's not sticky. That's not sticky. Nope, nope, no sticky there. No sticky back there. Let's see, that would be stainless. So, ooh, that one I knew would stick. A few things. And then I washed my hands really well. There were some pots and pans that still had like moldy food in them. I did not pick up those. Okay, I'm out in the scrap shack. I emptied this stuff out of my car. So I got 2 little buckets of stuff to process. And then I got this lamp. I might be able to sell the shade. And then I think parts of that are brass. Not most of it, but small chunks of it. It might just be cast aluminum. But it is 96 degrees and way too hot to be out in the scrap shack because I still don't have power out here. So I can't even have a fan going. So that will have to wait for another day.